Refugee Immigration Ministry began in 1986, and it was then Immigration and Naturalization Services, and it began, RIM began actually with the chaplaincy services in the detention center, and now 32 years later we are still providing that through our spiritual caregivers program. Constance Hammond was the founder of RIM, and she continued as the director for several years and was followed by Gay Harder, and then I came in after Gay retired. It gradually got to the point that people were released from detention to apply for asylum, and at that point we needed a way to give them some community-based support, and we began the clusters. The clusters are made up of congregations which are collaborating in a given community. This year we now have 9. We had 4 for a long time, but this past year there have been so many people seeking help that we've created 5 new ones. And they are working with clients, giving them housing, transportation, food, cultural support, sometimes English classes. And then we also have English classes here at the office and train people, whatever their status is, we're willing to train people in English so they have a better chance moving forward and contributing to this society. We feel that the community-based model is important because it helps people who have been uprooted, have lost their families, their communities, often their job possibility of working in their field. It's very helpful for them to get reestablished if they can have community support.
For me, the big surprise out of all of this was how much that I got from it in terms of community, in terms of getting to know other religions, attending services, and the bonds that we all formed with one another. So that was a real, I did it, with an open heart to help somebody along the way, not expecting this bonus, this huge bonus of this beautiful community.
I think, too, it enabled us to do together what we couldn't do individually. It's a huge responsibility taking on people who've been traumatized and don't have anything really except the shirts on their back, and it probably would have been too daunting for any of us alone to do that. Right. So I think, but as a team, I think we felt safer, more supported, and collectively, we would figure it out.
Many, many clients have said that the only thing they have left is their faith. So it becomes very important that we work in an interfaith model so that everyone can find the resources for their own faith. One of the things that's begun to evolve is that congregations that are involving with each other across faith lines are beginning to find that is very enriching.
We have a much better sense of each other's faith traditions, I think, now. And, picking this time where things are so polarized, I think it's only a good thing. But
it's kind of hard to believe, but just you saying, Steve, that most of the members of our communities have never set foot in a Lutheran church or into a temple, or into Episcopal church, and then being struck by the commonality, actually,
definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
of each community.
Yes.
And, if you had a blindfold on, you couldn't tell
That's right.
what church you were in.
That's right.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I see emerging as a new mission the opportunity to encourage congregations of all different faiths to come together and share the resources of each. It is very enriching for the volunteers to be able to share and learn about other cultures and have the opportunity to taste the food and hear the stories, hear the music, and share all of the ways that our society is enriched by the diversity which is brought here by people that are immigrating.
Because we have learned so much, or I have especially, about not only the traditions, but also the way of life.
Now, all of our events are designed to promote this kind of collaborations. So we have, in the spring, we will have an interfaith concert with choirs from all different faith groups. And then this fall, we have our annual international dinner where we have an opportunity to share foods from all different cultures. Bruno Bettelheim, who was in Nazi prison camps, said in one of his books, the human spirit can endure almost anything except the feeling that the rest of the world has forgotten and doesn't know what's happening or care. And I think it's very important to reach into people and let them know there are people in the community that care.
Everybody's aware of refugee problem in the world, and immigration issues in this country is to take sort of the global problem and bring it down to a local level, to a real life person that they can identify with.
I wanted to figure out something where I could feel more involved, like I was really doing something to change things or to help people or to, you know, be the type of society I wanted to live in. And after I found RIM, I found that it was something that I could do, like even as like a mom who works, who has little kids, and it's the type of work is something where you can fit it into what you're doing, because a lot of the things you're helping with are people helping with their daily life. And I felt like there's something really satisfying and healing about helping someone, even if it's a really small way, even if it's like, I need a ride somewhere, or I need to figure out, you know, where's the best place where I can get this service, or really things that like you would help your neighbor with or your best friend with, but that you can help someone who's brand new here.
I have found that working with RIM has been a real inspiration. To see the resiliency and strength of the clients has been very inspiring for me and a source of strength for me. We often don't realize how much strength and courage it takes for someone who's lost their home, lost members of their family, lost their professional standing, lost their culture, having to stumble around learning a new language, how difficult that is. And when you see how they knuckle down and really try to get integrated into this community and this society, it's very inspiring. So the most important thing we have to do is to restore the humanity of each individual. And I think the community-based support helps to do that. I think helping people find their own faith resources helps to restore their humanity. Because in every faith we can find stories of people who have been through something terrible and have come out stronger. And that's the vision we want to give, is that you can be stronger because you've gone through all this. And but giving them the resources to build that strength, I think, is one of the most important jobs we have.